Hey, folks, special Monday here at bangthebook.com. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Glad to be with you. Happy Thanksgiving to our friends north of the border, the Canadian holiday. They get two turkeys. They get our Thanksgiving, they get theirs. I'm a little bit jealous. It's Columbus Day here, but that means we've got day hockey action. We'll dive into that. But what a day it's going to be. The change of venue in the National League Championship Series, moving to Washington, and then the Monday Night Football game with Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford going head-to-head. I'm really curious, though, is this Lions team different? You figure they blew that first game against Arizona, had the 8-point lead, ended up in a tie, but then beat the Eagles and should have beaten Kansas City. This is an intriguing matchup to see if indeed this is a different Detroit football team. It certainly seems like they're heading that way, coming off the bye early, which is usually not something you want. It worked for the Niners against the Browns. Could it work for Detroit? But I think the big eye-opener here is Green Bay's ability to run the ball with Aaron Jones the way they did against the Packers. Points of plenty, probably the way you'd be looking at the Monday night game. Intrigued, though, because of the holiday, we get a lot of afternoon and matinee hockey games. And generally speaking, these games are different. They are played in a squirrely fashion. Now, you got to dive in here and find out which is the one or two that you're really on board with. But believe me, the NHL players, they are creatures of habit. Now, something's different going on around the NHL. There are a lot of teams that aren't doing the morning skate anymore. Whatever, analytics, scientifics, nutritionists. Some teams aren't doing a morning skate. It's just off, ice work, take their nap, and then play a game. But we got a boatload of afternoon games, and the matinee games tend to get squirrely. Sometimes you get some really bizarre results where just the offenses tilt the ice. Interesting. Offense is not the story when you get Anaheim. I mean, Gibson in the first month of the season last year and again this year, this guy's spectacular. The problem is he faces so much rubber at some point he probably wears down. But this Boston team can fly. Something's got to give there, offense versus defense. Other intriguing day games, Florida, New Jersey, track meet city. These two teams can go up and down the ice, but they're just grisly in their own end of the rink, so you probably get a high-scoring game there. And you cycle all the way through to a get-out game where one of the big stories in the NHL is Edmonton out of the gate. McDavid and Draisaitl against the world. Well, they get a little help now. James Neal, the trade with Calgary where they get Neal in from Lucic, specifically on the power play. Neal had a 4-goal game out of the gate. It seems like it's a better Edmonton team, and the question is it sustainable? But on a Monday, we're looking at a baseball playoff game. We're looking at a Monday night football game. But we got hockey in the afternoon. A lot of games and just the one-night game with Edmonton and Chicago. Again, watch these matinee games, and these guys are out of their regular routine. And then watch the goaltending matchups, too, because you'll have that short turnaround for some. A lot of these teams played Saturday, so really you're not getting a complete day's rest. Might see a lot of backups in action on Monday as well. The holiday on a Monday, that will have us busy morning, noon, and night. Always fun to be with you here at bangthebook.com. And hey, on Tuesday, I'll be joining Adam Burke on the Sports Betting Podcast. It's always great information. We always talk golf, we talk hockey, and of course, racing right along past the halfway point in college football. And we'll be looking ahead to Week 7 as well in the NFL right here at bangthebook.com.